So y'all know that trend that goes, if you think I'm cute, you should see what my daughter look like or my son. And when I first seen that trend, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. The first thing that came to my mind was, who made that trend up? Got everybody out here showing off their sons and daughters and collecting their, personal information. Cause that's the first thing I thought about. And a lot of times when I see these trends, I'm always thinking, who come up with these things? Because most of the trends that be coming out, it's always something that either causes somebody to get hurt or, to be unalived. Or it's always a trend where it's you giving out all your personal information. It's like making it easy. When I think about the internet, it's like the devil playground. It's always somebody who's lurking, who's watching and collecting information. And, right now we're in this thing where we're trying to protect our kids as much as possible. But, it was just a thought. And the truth is, the internet now is like the new lit. It makes it so easy for people to target their next victim. And then, a lot of times we just be wanting to have fun, be a part of a trend because it come off like it's kid friendly or family friendly or whatever, but it's really not, you know what I'm saying? But in our minds, we don't be wanting to take everything so serious, and I really didn't want to do this message because, how people be like, oh, it ain't that serious. It's just a trend. But honestly, it really is that serious. It's like, we got to stop downplaying, because there is somebody out here who really is lurking, many of those somebodies. And it reminded me of this movie that I watched last night. It was like the girl in the bunker where this man, kidnapped her, and she 14 years old. And it was one part in the scene where he was actually trying to date another little girl that was 12, but he was dating her mama, but wanted the little girl. And it made me think about that. Like, those people really exist. And I'm going to tell you this, what makes this video and, my message just so much real is that little girl almost was me. When I was in elementary school, I'm going to tell you something. My grandma had told me one day, she called me in her room. She said, if anybody ever tried to, ask you to get in the car with them, never get in the car with them. Anybody try to offer you candy, never take it. She said, I will give you, I will buy you candy. You don't need nothing from nobody else. And I knew it was God. I know that. So I said, okay, yes, ma'am. So, there was this man that used to chase me around my neighborhood, always, infatuated with me. I'm 9 years old. I'll never forget it. One day I was at school waiting to be picked up by my mom. The man showed up to my school trying to get me in the car with him and trying to offer me candy. And my teacher came and said, is this your ride? I said, no. He sped off real fast. So when I got home, I had told my family about what happened. And so just to let them know that this man tried to come to my school. Cause like I said, he used to come steal my bikes off my porch. He, like I said, chasing me around. He was chasing me one time. I almost ran into a pole trying to get away from this man. And my family kept telling, hey, leave my granddaughter alone, and all of that. Like, I done been around several of those type of men, growing up in my neighborhood. So that's why, it make me think about stuff like that because I've experienced it. There's always somebody lurking and watching. So it's like when you do these trends, I just want to remind you, don't get caught up in the moment because there is somebody watching, downloading your videos, got your kids' pictures, screenshots, and marking, then another trend be like, show us what you're working on, show us what you drive, show us where you live, all of that type of stuff, man. It's somebody watching. We know that. But we got to keep that in mind. And and the crazy thing about it is we can't say 1 minute protect our babies, but the next minute we volunteer information. Like, I understand it'd be hard to protect our kids because there's so much going on. You can only do the best you can. But my thought has always been, don't volunteer the information though. If they gonna come look for it, let them find it, but don't make it easy by giving it to them. That has always been my mindset because I know it's only so much we can do, but just think about it. The next time you see a popular trend, just think for a moment, let me protect myself and my kids. Because you never know who's watching you. You never know. Like I said, that happened to me. So I just wanted to share my story with y'all just so, it can remind you like, oh, you know what? I'm glad I saw this video. She right. Let me get back on my game because this internet really do take us out our comfort zone. It catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? Watch yourself and watch your kids.